I'm live. I think I'm on here, you guys. Can you see me? I think I'm in here. I think I did it. I'm learning. I'm figuring this YouTube live thing out. Are we in here? Can you see me? It's 8 o'clock. Boom, right on time. Don't play with that. Hey, you guys. I'm waiting to see like some comments in the chat. I'm going to try to stay focused and read the chat a little bit and talk a little bit. But I get so caught up in the chat, I try to respond to everybody's questions. So tell me if you can hear me, if you can see me. Say hey. Stacy from Chicago. You're amazing. D, I got you. Good evening. Here comes some. Okay. I see. Hi, everybody. Okay, I see the comments coming up. I will try not to get distracted and look at the comments. We are back, night 2, you guys. Checking in from LA. What's up, Aiden? Okay, you guys, you know, like last night, I was like, tell me where you're from. I promise it's not going to be like, I said, it's not going to be like church where you're like, touch your neighbor 3 times, touch your neighbor, look to the left. We're not doing that. Just tell me where you're from and tell me if you found me on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, or you was just scrolling and you saw me and you stopped. You know what I mean? Thank you. Yes, Memphis. Yes, Daniel. Daniel left like an amazing review. Texas, YouTube. My schedule is out. I posted it on Instagram. I did a reel on Instagram, a short on YouTube, and whatever you call it on TikTok. Massachusetts. Okay, so Northeast is represented. We had somebody from Philly last night. I was like, where's the Northeast? We're not representing. My schedule is out, like Dallas. So first week of the month, Georgia foreclosures are off the chain. If you go look at my short, my reel, Georgia, Cobb County, Fulton County, Gwinnett County, they have a ton the first week of Georgia, the first week of the month. Dallas has theirs, I think Dallas has theirs maybe the second week, because I'm supposed to start auctioning in Dallas, you guys. I'm going to Dallas. I'm going to Texas. Okay, San Antonio, there you go. Texas, I'm telling you, I'm coming. Instagram. Okay. So I tell people YouTube is a little different than Instagram. Okay, so Instagram, I got like a minute and 30 seconds to talk on Instagram. So it's all point. This is foreclosure website. YouTube, I'm like, let's talk about what happened today. You know, I can talk about student loans. We can talk about real estate. We can talk about foreclosures. We can talk about everything. So just to let you know. And I enjoy doing this because you can kind of see my personality a little bit better than like Instagram. And I'm like, y'all know what I mean? You can kind of get to know me a little bit better. So I'm all for all of the questions. I see we dodged a government shutdown. We don't have to get into that. I'm just saying. We are saved, I guess, a couple more days. The people who had to deal with the government shutdown. Like I said before, you guys, if their paycheck was tied to the government shutdown, we wouldn't even go through this, right? If their paycheck depended on it, maybe they'd have I think it's 12 little legislations they have to get on. It'd be done. But anyway, that's another day for another story for another day. Last night, I didn't get any work done. I didn't do any of my envelopes. I didn't do any of them. So I'm probably not going to do them again. But for people who wonder or ask, I do market to pre-foreclosures, right? I do try to help them. I do try to save them. I partner here with, trust you guys, I was helping everybody. Everybody was like emailing me about the course, or no, I don't mind. Like I don't mind at all. That's what I said in the course. Like, y'all email me. Like, I don't mind. Clearly, I don't have like any kind of life or social life, right? Because as soon as y'all email me, I'm like, okay. Like, Ashley, you don't ever do anything. I don't. But anyway, my point is, I do market. I partner with United Housing here, and they offer assistance to people who are behind on their mortgage, right? I feel like it's, I mean, I auction off people's houses at the courthouse, right? So it's like the least I can do is at least try to save them, you know. United Housing gives people assistance to catch up on their mortgage, and if they don't want to do that, then yes, I will help them sell their property. Okay, I do that, and I auction off their property, and I do that, and I sell it. So I have to do my letters. I have not done those. I found my schedule. So you guys, last night we talked about a mentorship. I just threw it out there, y'all. The response was insane. Let me be honest. I just threw it out there. I was like, well, maybe I do my letters every night. I do them every night. It's just kind of soothing for me, honestly. And I was like, well, maybe somebody else would like to do this, right? Or maybe somebody wants to learn how I get houses. Like I told y'all, this is my retirement plan, right? I am real estate till the day I die, right? Like, people are like, what's your plan B if you're not in real estate? Y'all, I don't have a plan B. Like, I have never had a plan B. It's just real estate or die. Like, that's gonna be my retirement plan. Everybody's like, what are you gonna do when you retire? I'm gonna live off of rentals. I'm gonna have, you know, that's my retirement plan. Like, I don't have any other, I don't know what else I do. So my game plan, and I guess this is where we can be kind of more intimate. My game plan was, I got the opportunity to be an auctioneer, and then when people asked me to help sell their properties because they didn't want to go for auction, people know me as I'm going to auction off their property, and I was seeing like the deals, you know, like when people are about to lose their home, they're a lot more motivated. I can't even lie to you. They're a lot more motivated, okay? I posted a triplex. I did a whole video on the triplex. I sent the lady a letter, right? Get this, y'all. I sent her a letter. It was for another one of her properties that was in foreclosure. She called me, and she was like, I have somebody in that property, but I have another property that you might be interested in that I want to get rid of. Y'all, it's a triplex. A triplex, right? So it started off, I'm like, okay, and this was last year. So she bought it in like 1999, right? If y'all live in Memphis, it was in Crosstown, right behind Crosstown. If you follow me, I posted the triplex, I did a tour of it, everything. She bought it in like 1999. So she didn't owe like anything on it, right? So of course in the beginning, and this is something that I will talk about in the mentorship, right? Because it's a different mentality when you deal with people who are in foreclosure, right? They're not your traditional buyers. But anyway, my point of the story is, when I was like, how much do you want for that property, right? And she's like, I want like $300,000 for it. She's like $330,000, which isn't bad. I mean, it's a triplex, and depending on where y'all live, Massachusetts, Chicago, triplex for like $300,000, unheard of, right? But I'm in Memphis, and she in foreclosure, and she's motivated, and it needed repairs. Okay, my point is, she started off at $300,000, right? I'm not going to tell y'all, by the end of that, within 3 weeks, my clients got that triplex for $210,000. $210,000. We started at $300,000, and she came on down to $210,000 for a triplex. Like, and when I saw that, I was like, this is how I'm going to retire, right? This is my new, let me put my turn signal on, let me get in this lane. This is the game plan for me, right? I can, yes, I auction off people's houses. Let me be the source to get to the people. If I can help them, I will help them. If they can get assistance, I will direct them to get assistance. And if they want to sell it, I'm going to help them sell it too, right? So that is, I posted the mentorship link, right? First, before you click on it, I just wanted to say, most of the clients that I have, when I've saved their property and sold it to one of my buyers or a client, all of them have made like 6 figures off, because the profit margins are so, the spread is so good. Let me just say that, right? Because it just is. I would never buy anything on market. Don't buy anything on the market, right? But my thing was, I don't want to have to go through and negotiate with a wholesaler. I don't want to negotiate with a realtor. I'm the source. That is what I want it to be. You get the best deal when you're the source. So I was like, let me be the source. And that is what I have done. That is what I've been doing. And that is my retirement plan, you guys. That's the retirement plan. So the mentorship is for people who, I guess y'all want me to build some like mini me's, right? Y'all can take over the foreclosure market wherever you are. I direct mail. I don't cold call. I don't door knock. I mail every single week, sometimes 2 times a week, sometimes 3 times a week for the last 2.5 years. And I would say that it works for me. My clients are happy. Everybody stay fed. And that's how I'm going to build. And when the foreclosures come, there it is. I found my old schedule from, this is the other reason why I can't have a huge mentorship, right? And we'll just see if it works for October. We will see if I can do anything in November. I don't want to do anything in December because it's my birthday month. It's my birthday month. So mentorship might just be October and November, like 5 people. That's it. I found my schedule from, what is this? June of 2020. Okay, June of 2020. Here is my auction schedule for the month. This is one attorney. And this is why I'm telling y'all I can't have like a whole big mentorship group. I just won't have the time. I know how when I was a broker, right? I had like 24 agents. Like, I'm really hands-on. I'm really like, look, I'll say this. I am a competitive person. I've always been competitive. My friends are on here. They will tell you, Ashley is competitive. I always want to be the best. When I got in real estate, I was like, I want to be the best real estate agent. Like, rookie of the month. That's what I want. I was. When I became an auctioneer, you guys, I could literally just auction off properties, go to the courthouse, auction off properties, get back in my car, and be done. But is that what I do? That's not what I do. I go auction off properties, I get in the car, I come home, I turn on the camera, I record videos. I just hit my 200th video yesterday. Yesterday's live was my 200th video. I make courses. I make ebooks. I make free checklists. I just try to help as much as I can possibly help, right? Because I know y'all don't know. And there's such good deals at the auction. Baby, I can talk. Like, when I get on here, I be like, dang, I can talk. And y'all don't even have to talk back. Like, I can talk you up under a tree, can I? Because your girl can talk. Okay, anyway, my schedule from June 2020. So 2020 is like a curse word, right? Like, you can't even mention 2020 without getting like PTSD. June 2020. Here is my schedule. It's literally like 27 properties. 27, you can see like what happens postponement, how much they sold for, canceled. This was one attorney. I work for 5 attorneys, okay? This was one attorney in June 2020. So I already know my schedule for 2024 if they open the floodgates. You guys, I'll be busy. That's the only reason why people are like, can there be more people in the mentorship? Y'all, I just can't. I just can't. And I want y'all to get the most out of it is my whole point. Okay, so mentorship, it'll meet twice a week for the whole month of October, 2 times a week. I will train you to do everything that I do. I will train you to do everything I do. Letters, I will tell you how to find the letters. I will give you my letter that I send to people so you can see it, right? Stacy's already in the mentorship. Stacy was like, let's do it. I think it's only like 2 spots left, honestly. I think it is. I literally cut it off. I was like, once 5 people don't accept any more payments. Yes, get the auction accelerator, y'all. That's such a good. I poured my whole brain into that course, and it's so nice. Like I literally almost cried when I saw, you know, like when you make something. Like I've been working on that course since 2020. My friends on here, she can attest. I worked on that since 2020, and I think I was procrastinating because you're always like, is it gonna be good enough? Are people gonna like it? You know, it's like I know what I know, but it's like, but are people gonna like it? You know what I mean? Like, so it took me a minute to really just put it out there. And title search was the part where I was like, gosh, I gotta make this easy to understand. And I hope it was. And you guys, if you got the course, I'm going to continue to put lessons in there. Like, and if you have it, I'll shoot out an email and be like, hey, I put in another lesson, go check this out. Like as foreclosures come, the market changes, I'll update lessons, put it in there, and then y'all just automatically have it, okay? So know that you're like grandfathered and you keep the class forever. Okay, I'm trying to get the accelerator planning. Do you know what days the mentorship? You taking me too fast. You taking me too fast. I guess I need to figure that out because October 1st is tomorrow, right? October 1st is tomorrow. Of course, every night that we meet, I will record it. I feel like night times are better for a lot of people. They're better for me. Not that I'm like vain, but they're kind of, I'm a mom, you guys. I'm a mom. Y'all saw Gabby last night. I drop off, I pick up. I am, it's just me. That's the part. It's just me, you guys. It's just me and Gabby. I drop her off. I pick her up. I do all of it. It's me and Gabby. Okay, so I'm trying to figure that out, and we can discuss it, and we can maybe. It's such a small group. I can be like, hey guys, what day is best for everybody? We can do. You know, it's one of those kind of things. And even if it's like in the morning, everybody's free in the morning. Let's hop on the Zoom call. Let's do this. We'll do it, but it'll be so good. Y'all know I own the website, which I'll teach you guys how to do this. This is my plan. I own Foreclosure Help TN, like T as in Tom, N as in Nussie. ForeclosureHelpTN.com. I own Foreclosure Help MS for Mississippi.com and Foreclosure Help AR for Arkansas.com. And I have those are ways that I'm trying to make sure I am the contact and go. Y'all can go to ForeclosureHelpTN.com right now. Check it out. I will teach you all that. I'll give you my resources. I'll teach you and mold you. Let me see what else is going on. Nights are better. Take mornings to work. Woo. Either is good for me. The title search is the most important. Yes. Oh my gosh. And that's the thing. The price is going up. The price is going up. I just want to tell you that the price is going up. Title search. When it comes to buying at the auction, let's have a little quick auction powwow real quick, okay? First of all, the auction is high risk, okay? The auction is more high risk than most, I would say, real estate investing techniques, right? Why? Because one, you can't see the inside of these properties, right? 9 times out of 10, you can't see the inside of these properties. You are buying a property blind, okay? You're buying the property blind. 2, on top of that, so you have no idea what the repairs are on the inside, right? All you can do is kind of drive around, look at it. If you're brave enough, you'll walk up and try to see what you can see. People could still live in the properties, right? People are getting foreclosed on. They auction off people's houses with people still living in them, right? So that's another risk where people are like, ooh, hold on. Because if you buy it, you have to deal with the eviction if somebody's living in the property. So first of all, buying blind, you don't know the repairs, somebody could live in it, then there could be title issues, right? So now on top of all that, there could be title issues, which means liens, judgments, all that. I mean, that is everybody's biggest fear. I think most investors, if you bought enough properties, you're okay if the numbers make sense, right? If that opening bid and the market value, if it's a good enough spread, you're gonna buy it, right? Most investors will. But that title, the title search is what keeps people from buying at the auction, because you can buy the wrong lien, right? You can buy, I don't get up there and say, hey, you guys, I'm about to auction off the second lien. This is a HELOC. I don't get up there and say that. I just get up there, I read the notice, and I auction off the property. And if you buy the wrong lien, I'm not going to say you screwed, but I'm going to say you screwed, right? If you buy a HELOC, the second mortgage, and there's a first mortgage already on it, you can't do anything with this position, because this first mortgage is still in front of you. And I don't want to confuse anybody, but just know, you know what I mean? I've auctioned off second mortgages before. Like, I have. I've had guys tell me they bought second mortgages at the auction. And that's the biggest thing that keeps people from going to the auction. So the title search was that lesson where I was like, I've got to explain this. I've got to teach you how to do this, and you not spend hundreds of dollars trying to get a title search, right? If I can explain this to you, you can do it yourself, right? So I'll probably keep adding to that title search lesson. Like, I'll just keep adding. That's important. And then you got to calculate, your bid, right? Because you got to come to the auction with all your money, right? At the courthouse, as soon as the auction is over, I need certified funds in the complete amount. And everybody's like, but how am I supposed to know how much money to bring, right? You got to calculate that too, right? So that's why I put that max bid calculator in the course. This is how you calculate your bid. It's a lot, right? And that's why I'm like, one, that's why the price is about to go up. Because think about how much it would cost you if you buy the wrong lien. I mean, it could cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars if you buy the wrong lien. Okay, let me read y'all. Multiple streams, retirement. I was surprised at the price. Yes, coach. Have you come across any pre-foreclosures that needs to be a short sale or probate for it not to go to auction? I told that story about that lady in Bartlett. Remember? Oh, I don't know if you saw that video. That was a short, like, she was gonna have to short sell her house. Y'all, she bought the house. Y'all know the story. Some of y'all know the story. Bought the house 2022, 2021 with her husband, moved here from California. They were living in an apartment. They bought the house. While the house was getting painted, he died. Okay, he never even stayed in the house one night. So left her with this 2-year-old baby and a $300,000 mortgage. She didn't have a job. She didn't have any kind of job, right? So, and they had just bought the house. So she didn't pay, went into foreclosure, owed the whole loan. Okay, she hadn't made any payments on it. And she bought when people were bidding properties up. So by the time she called me, they had a pool. The pool was brown because she couldn't take care of the pool. So there are times when I think there are going to be more short sales. I was in a group, a real estate group. Y'all, I can talk. Like, I go from one conversation to the next conversation. I can talk. I was in a group on Facebook. Some on my lip. It was a real estate group. And somebody commented. Like, you know, somebody put up the thread, like, just had an appraisal come in low. Somebody commented. And when I say like 10 people commented up under, it was like, me too, appraisal just came in $25,000 lower. Me too, appraisal just came in low. I was like, oh gosh, these appraisals starting to come in like lower. And you know, the longer properties sit on the market, sellers are going to start reducing. I keep getting emails like reduced. 60,000 people canceled their contracts in August. I got a pretty good feeling that those sellers, 60,000 sellers, I bet a bunch of them were like, lower the price. Lower the price. We need a quick sell, especially if they were packed up and ready to move, or especially if they have an offer on another house and their first contract fell through, they're going to just be like, sell it. And when people start selling, that affects your real estate value. The good thing about real estate is it's based on the houses around you. The bad thing about real estate is it's based on the houses around you. Okay, I'm reading you guys. And I read that. Second mortgage auction is out of, And some people buy second mortgages. I don't know their game plan or what they plan to do with it, but that's not, I wouldn't because you can't do anything with it. You can't do anything, if y'all understand what I'm saying. And I had a lady call me last week. She got my letter in the mail. Her HELOC mortgage is in foreclosure. So you know when you take out a, let me be basic, you buy your house, you know, you get that mortgage, you get that loan. It's the first loan. When you buy the house, it's the one you hold the sign for. Yay, I just closed, closing day. I love my realtor. That one, the first one. Now, after you've lived in the house for a minute and you get in there, you're like, dang, let me redo my bathroom. And if you got some equity in your house, you can go to the bank, go back to the bank and say, hey, can I pull out $10,000 worth of equity? I want to fix up my bathroom, right? So that $10,000 that you pull out is now a second mortgage, okay? That HELOC. So you got your first mortgage when you bought the house, and now you got this HELOC, second mortgage. It's two separate mortgage payments too, you guys. So just know, people with HELOC, they got the first mortgage, you're paying 2 payments each month. And these HELOCs, which are going to have a lot of people in trouble, are usually adjustable rates, right? So if you took a HELOC out when interest rates were 2% and your payment was what, $300 a month, now interest rates are 8%, you're probably paying like $700 or $800 a month. HELOC is adjustable rate. So the lady called me because her HELOC was in foreclosure. She hadn't been paying that second mortgage. And she said she was about to get a modification. I was like, they can modify the HELOC? I guess so. But she would not want to buy that if it went up for auction. You wouldn't want to buy her house because her HELOC. Got a tax foreclosure a few years ago. Went out and met with the neighbors only to find out the neighbors lost the property. It was crazy and very sad story on how they lost the property. We're going to hear a lot of sad stories. The dad passed away, then the brothers and the mom. The owner just was mentally out of it and never transferred the property to his name. 5 years. Oh, y'all, I told y'all last night I also market to airship properties. I have never been married and I have not been divorced. But death and divorce, I hear, are the worst things, right? Death and divorce. Death, you guys, die and leave somebody a property, right? Like, y'all, I've dealt with, I've auctioned off people's houses because brothers and sisters could not get along. Like, they could not come together. That was daddy's house. She wasn't there when my daddy died, and lost the house. And it went to auction because they could not agree. Y'all, that's a whole, y'all get a will. Or leave your house to the kid that got some sense, right? Because when people die, it's a wrap. But I do market to airship properties because 9 times out of 10, these people want to sell them. If mom or dad or granddaddy leave you a house, and in the times we're in right now, people can't afford 2 houses. They would rather sell it and get that money. Whoop, there it is. So, I said this last night, I probably get more airship calls than I get foreclosure calls. Ask only because this people will be busy counting her. I missed the first part. I see D. If I missed a question, y'all talk to Coach Shay. If y'all are out there and you need a coach or a consultation, or if you're stuck at social media, if you just need somebody to curse you out sometimes, because she does that to me all the time. When I be with the sugar honey iced tea, she kick you in your pants. She's a coach for women. She will get you, if you are having trouble in your business, baby, she got the back end, the front end, the content. She got you. Y'all hit her up. Buying second mortgages notes is a strategy gaining popular, but don't get it confused with buying it at the auction. Got you, Daniel. Look, if y'all want to ask Daniel why you buy the second, reach out to him. Because I have seen people, y'all, I've seen so many things at the auction. I've seen people like a brand new investor. I said this in the course. Y'all, I said this in the course. If you find a property and it's a great property, right? Like good condition, opening bid is super low, like you looked at it, repairs are minimal, and you get to the auction and nobody's there, I would just circle the block, make sure nothing is on that title, right? I have seen people I have auctioned off properties, again, second liens. Bidders are out there. Your seasoned bidders know. But you'll have like a rookie bidder come and bid. And the seasoned bidders will not say anything. They won't be like, yo, that's the second. Don't buy it. They'll let you buy it. They don't care. Yeah, they don't care at the auction. That's the other reason I made this course. Because they're not going to tell you. But that I mentioned that. Like when you, if something, like if it's a good property and you know the area is hot and the opening bid is super low and nobody's there, check that title one more time. Check the title one more time, or drive by that house one more time and make sure that house is there. I say this in the course. Drive by for sure. You can buy a piece of dirt, right? The city can come condemn it, and if you haven't driven by it, you can buy a piece of dirt. Okay? And check that title. Check the title. If it's a great property and nobody's out there, like I said, and that opening bid is low, swing back by that title again and make sure you're buying the right lien. What else? Hey, what would you recommend to get started as an auctioneer in Middle Tennessee? Okay, so you didn't hear my story last night. How I became an auctioneer, right? You guys, it was a phone call. I'll be like it was God, but it was a phone call, right? Somebody, I think they found me on social media. Y'all, I have gotten so many opportunities from social media. I got my first $1 million listing from Instagram. No lie. My friends know. If y'all watch basketball, Rudy Gay's house, when Rudy used to play for the Grizzlies here, his sports management team hopped in my DMs on Instagram, and I got that listing, and I ended up selling. That was my first $1 million listing. I sold it to Tubby Smith, our basketball head coach for the Tigers. Grizzlies sell to the, I mean, it was in the LA Times. Like, y'all, my first $1 million listing, got it out of Instagram. So I think this auction company found me on social media, and they called me and they said the person here who auctioned here relocated, and would I be interested in auctioning? And I was like, I ain't never auctioned. I sell houses, right? Like, I don't know anything. Do I gotta talk fast? Like, I don't. And she was like, we'll tell you what you need to say. And whoop, there it is. And I said, balls to the wall, let's do it. Because I'm always going to say yes, right? I'm going to say yes, and then I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to jump, and then I'm going to build this parachute as I hit the ground, right? But I'm never going to say no, right? I'm just going to figure it out. And it might be rough, like the first auction, you know, but I'm going to figure it out, right? That's what it is. And that's what I encourage you to do, right? Just jump and figure it out. As long as it's, you know what I mean. Don't throw away your whole life savings or nothing like that. But if it's reasonable, just do it. Just do it. That's my slogan in life. Just do it. I recorded a video for y'all, how to buy a house at the auction. I just did it. And y'all, that's like my #1 watched video with over 100,000 views. It's either like the #1 or #2 auction video on YouTube, right? And I just did it. So just do it. That's the word for the evening. Just do it. Okay? You signed up for them. Okay, Kevin. Look, Kevin, don't get in this. I'm going to, when I was a broker, you guys, Jay will tell you, like I'm competitive, y'all. I'm a Sagittarius. I am competitive. I'm going to be like, did you do your letters? I want receipts. You can't tell me I did them. I'm going to be like, take a picture at the post office. If you follow me on Instagram, I post every Monday me walking into the post office. So I got receipts. When y'all are like, Ashley's in Greece. How did Ashley get to Greece? Y'all saw me go to the post office every Monday. Y'all saw everything I did. For 2 years, I'm mailing, folding, sitting here while everybody's out kicking it. I'm mailing letters. I'm getting ahead of this storm, this foreclosure wave that's coming. I'm getting ahead of it, right? Because if you know, then you know. If you're in real estate, once the foreclosures hit, everybody and their mama is going to say that they do foreclosures, right? Everybody is a foreclosure specialist, baby, when the foreclosures come. So I said, nope. As soon as I got the auction, I was like, I'm going to start doing foreclosures. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to become an expert on this. I'm going to learn everything I can learn on this. And then here we are 2 years later. And when I became an auctioneer, everybody's like, why are you doing foreclosures? Why are you talking about foreclosures? The market is amazing. I'm not gonna keep being like, but God. But I guess he knew what was coming in the next 2 to 3 years. Like, who knew a pandemic was coming? Who knew? And here we are. So, look, Kevin, I'm gonna be on you like white on rice. Like, I will hold you accountable. I am your accountability partner. That is how I operate, right? That's how I operate, you guys. Hold on, Gloria. Please pray for my uterus. I love you. Hold on. Oh, is Gloria, are you trying to be funny? Hold on. Gloria P, I'm praying for you. Okay. Are you saying I look like Omarosa? Look, is that what you're saying? Thanks. Will you please? Hold on. Hold on, you guys. Hello, my name is Gloria. I have a prolapsed uterus. It's like a chick. Oh, okay. Gloria. Okay. Gloria in timeout. I'm sorry. We had to put Gloria in timeout. Okay. So, she's in timeout, you guys. So, that's YouTube for you, baby. That is YouTube for you. We just keep rolling. And Stacy, you over there talking about, I'm praying for you. Stacy, stop. Stacy, stop. Stacy gonna say, I'm praying for you. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. You guys, yes, accountability. I'm trying to read anything else that I'm missing. Yeah, Auction Accelerator is amazing. It's a great course. It is. Y'all have questions for me? Anything y'all want to know? Because I can keep talking. Let me say that. I can, but I want to know, like, auctions. Sign up for the Masterclass. Y'all, I'm always doing something. Sign up for the Masterclass. It's in the description below. It's free. I'm going to talk about auctions and REOs. Somebody on the call last night asked me about REOs, right? I'm going to do a masterclass. It's a free masterclass. Get in. The link is below. Let's talk about the difference between REOs, real estate owned by the bank. REOs are properties that I can't sell at the auction, and they go back to the bank, okay? Let's talk about it. You can use financing with REO properties, right? You can, that's HUD Home Store, Home Path. Wells Fargo has their REO website. Those are, you can use financing. Like, the bank owns it, the bank has trashed it out. You can go inside, you can get a home inspection, you can look at repairs, and you can use financing. REOs, that is a better, when people come to me and like, Ashley, I want a foreclosure, 9 times out of 10 they want an REO. They don't want to come see me at the auction, right? Most people don't have the cash, and most people don't want to buy a house that you can't see the inside of. Let's just be honest. Most of you want an REO property. So, those professional investors want to get rid of the amateur investors. Let them make a mistake and they will never come back. Professional investors want to get rid of the amateur. Oh, yeah. At the auction, when they buy those second liens. Y'all, they will not, I said this last night, they will not tell you at the auction. I have seen plenty of people walk up and it's like, is this the auction or is this the property that's going up? And those investors, like the seasoned ones, they'll be like, I'm like, y'all are so mean. Like, y'all own like 100 properties. They just asked about this one, you know, but they don't care. They won't tell you. And when I saw that, I said, I got to help y'all, because nobody, they're still telling y'all to go look in the paper, right? If I asked y'all right now, before you took the Auction Accelerator, do you know where auction properties are? Most of y'all would be like, I heard they're at the courthouse. They said look in the paper, but nobody has concrete, they're on this day, at this time, this is where you find them. Most people don't know that. It's still really like underground, hush-hush kind of thing. I don't know. Okay, I'll put it up again, you guys. I made it like a few minutes ago. So yeah, that's why I try to do these things, because y'all don't know and nobody's going to tell you. Here, the auction in Memphis. I've been auctioning, I'm going to say 4 years here in Memphis. When I tell y'all it's the same people for the past 4 years, it is the same people at the auction, right? And you know it's the same people, because if anybody walks up new, everybody's like, who is that? Right? Because these people have been coming to the auction for 5, 10, 15 years. Same people. So I'm like, y'all, I don't ever see women at the auction. Like, it's all same people. I'm like, y'all own like 100 houses. Y'all could at least be nice. They don't. They don't. So I was like, let me tell y'all. When y'all, literally. So the house that I auctioned off for $500. $500. The bid came in so late, right? Everybody's like, how much is the bid? Everybody usually calls on Friday. Ashley, you got the opening bids yet? I didn't have it on this property, right? I didn't have it. I'm literally at the courthouse, and I'm like calling. I'm like, y'all got the opening bid? They're like, give us a few minutes. I'm walking up to the courthouse. Nobody is there, because, I mean, you don't know how much money to bring, right? Like, if you don't have the opening bid, you're probably thinking it's going to get postponed. It's going to get canceled. So why even come? I'm walking up to the courthouse, and she calls me, and she's like, the opening bid is $500. I'm like, $500? And she's like, yep, Ashley. I was like, y'all, I'm literally sitting at the courthouse, and I'm like, nobody's there. It's so funny. I posted on Facebook. I said, opening bid today is $500. Facebook is blowing up. Facebook is like, let me cash app you like $1,000. Let me cash app you. You got to be present at the courthouse. You got to be there. Y'all, I'm calling people. I'm like, where are you? I'm like, I'm at the courthouse. I got this property for $500. And I don't have anybody here to sell it to. Y'all, I finally called one of the investors, and he was like, I'm around the corner. I'm by the bank. I'll get the property. I'm like, y'all, I had to find somebody to buy the $500 property. And I think he sold it for like, he didn't even touch that property. He didn't even touch it. He just flipped it to another investor, I think, for probably like $18,000, $20,000. They needed work. But he flipped, I mean, it was $500. You just sell it, give it to somebody else for like $18,000. It was like a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. It was in the hood, but $500, and you sell it to somebody for $18,000, and you don't touch it, don't rekey it, don't do anything. You guys, she made what, like $17,500? You know what I mean? You please be able to put on. What is, y'all? I forgot. I guess Jay told me I should only let people who were my subscribers comment, right? My bad, you guys. Hold on. Okay. You know, they just come in. You just come in. Stacy, don't start talking to her either. Stacy, don't put your shoe on your head like she said do. Don't do that. I don't do tax deeds. So that's, and I don't know if tax deeds here, and a lot of people ask me about tax deeds. I'm going to have to create something for y'all. I don't know. Tax deeds here, I think they're online. Like, I think you bid. I don't know if that's like, it might be a big public auction. I don't know. I don't know tax deeds. But I got to create something for y'all, because everybody asks me about tax deed and tax sales and stuff like that. How do taxes work? Like, if you buy the property, okay, I'm going to assume, Amato, if you're talking about at the auction, if you buy a property at the auction, at the trustee sale, at the courthouse, a foreclosure auction, the highest bid, the winning bid, does not include taxes. That's part of your due diligence. Y'all saw that in the course. You know I said that in the course. When you do your due diligence, you're looking at that title, you need to go look at taxes, because whatever you give me the winning bid. When you leave me, you got to go pay those taxes. Now, you're responsible for the taxes, okay? So, the taxes are not included in the winning bid, okay? Okay. Now, if it's a tax sale, then of course, you know what I mean? If it's a tax deed sale, then tax deed sale, you bid on the house, you get the house, whoever has the highest bid, pay the back taxes, you get the property. Tax lien sale, you bid on certificates, okay? Do y'all want me to go through that real quick? Y'all need me to tax lien, tax deed? Are y'all clear on how that works? Stacy. Checking title and finding out state or IRS liens is scary. My friend picked up a credit union foreclosure, and a month later, the IRS redeemed and so, taxes, IRS, what is it, 120 days? They have to come back. Is it 120 days? Yeah, my mind. I have so many numbers. I think they have 120 days to come back and get that property. But he should have got his money back, right? I always say, like, because I've heard of investors who buy at the auction, did the repairs, and then they came back and redeemed. Like, one of the sellers came back and redeemed the property after they did the repairs. You know, so sometimes I'm like, be very careful until you get that deed in the mail. Deeds, refunds come in the mail. Y'all, if you took the course, if you watch any of my classes, I've said that 100 times. Deeds and refunds come in the mail. You don't get those at the auction. And you don't ever get keys. You got to rekey it or climb through the window. Checking title and find out. Yeah, so the IRS, but the IRS, when you look on the title, it's there. Even on that public notice, right? If you look on that public notice, it'll say like this property, something like IRS. It'll tell you. You know what I mean? And a lot of times when you look at the title, you can see the IRS. But I think it's 120 days. It'll fall off. I know some people are kind of leery to buy tax IRS properties, but that lien should fall off, depending. I was approved for a 140K loan. Can I buy a house at the auction? How long do I have to pay the taxes in Memphis? So, okay, let's talk about that. Let's start at the first part of your sentence. 140K loan. So unless it is hard money or something like that, like a line of credit where you can pull that cash out at the auction, me at the courthouse, you guys, I need the certified funds as soon as the auction is over. Like, I don't take pre-approvals, credit cards, personal checks. I don't take any of that. I don't take proof of funds. Like, you literally have to have the certified funds in the full amount as soon as the auction is over for me at the courthouse. Now, online websites, you know what I mean? Like auction.com will let you bid online. Zone.com will let you bid online. They give you, sometimes they will give you a 24, 48 hour period to get your money together, right? Sometimes they allow financing. A lot of, like auction.com, you can filter it and put in financing allowed and find the properties that allow financing. And then that'll give you time to use the loan or, you know, whatever you have. That'll give you time. But at the courthouse, like, I don't take, unless you have the cash, I don't take anything but certified. I only take cashier's checks. That's all I take. Can I buy a house at auction? How long do I have to pay the tax? What do you mean? How long do I have to pay? Like, if it's, you buy it and it's got pass-through taxes on it, then you pay all of those taxes, right? Is that what the question? And then however long you hold on to it, then you pay the taxes for as long as you hold on to it. Am I answering that question right? Am I reading that right? Yep, climb through the window. I don't give out keys. I don't give, that lady, I posted that lady, it was her first time at the auction. And she was nervous, right? Because it's just me standing at the courthouse. And I'm like, it was her first time at the auction. And she was like, I said, okay, she won the property. And it was probably like $30,000. And I'm like, all right, $30,000. And she's like, so I just give you the money? I'm like, you just give me the money. Just give me your cashier's checks. And she's like, okay. And I think she called her husband and she's like, it's a lady standing there. She's the auctioneer. I saw her and she said, I just give her the money. And I think her husband was kind of like, are you sure? You know, and so she's like, okay, I'm going to trust you and give you the money. I'm like, I do this all the time. I literally do this all the time. Here's my card. And so she was like, she gives me the money and she's like, so when do we close? And I'm like, we have opened and closed right now. I'm like, it's not like buying a traditional house. You bid, you give the money, and now that house is yours. And she's like, okay, so where do I get keys? And I was like, when's the last time you crawled through that window? Because I know she was like, this is a scam. She's like, this is a setup. I'm giving you $30,000. You're saying this is the closing. You don't have keys. I'm like, guess you're just going to have to trust me and see. And so, but you know, it was good. She was good. Really sweet teacher. She was like, I got to have a retirement. So she was saving up her money and bought a house at the auction, right? So, She called me when she got the deed. She's like, I got the deed. I'm like, see, I told you I wasn't a scammer at the courthouse. Just calling off houses. So, did I answer your question, SC? You guys, am I missing any questions? Let me know. Because you know, baby, I can keep talking. Auction Accelerator. The course goes up tomorrow. This will be the cheapest that it ever is. Because the course goes up tomorrow. And then you'll have the mentorship. We'll get the masterclass link working. Okay, so it's a free masterclass next Thursday. REOs versus buying at the auction, right? Which one is best for you? It's totally free. Y'all come to the masterclass. Bring all your questions. What else, you guys? Look, because I can talk. Oh, I was going to tell you my schedule came out. Georgia is blowing up. Georgia, I think it's going to get like, so in 2009, it was like California, Florida, Arizona, Nevada that got hit really hard with foreclosures during the last wave. When this wave, Georgia is going to get hit so hard. I'm already looking at the auction list for Georgia this week. They're going to get hit hard for foreclosures. If you live in Georgia, I would be all on top of them right now. I would. I absolutely would. Can you get the affidavit airship at the court? Yep. I think it kind of depends on where you live. I pull them straight from Shelby County Records and Deeds. I sure do. I filter that search for affidavits of airship, and that's what I do. And I craft, so I have my letter for foreclosures, and then I have a letter for airship properties. Everything is crafted specifically for who they go to, right? So they're like, oh, how's she know that I just inherited my mama's house? Psychic. I'm psychic. So, and like if I mail to Mississippi, I make sure it's like crafted for Mississippi a little bit. You just have to, I'll just have to teach you how to craft it, right? Can you see the one in Florida? Which one in Florida? Which house in Florida? Can I see the, am I missing? Tell me what I'm missing. But anyway, I was reading this article. Look at me. Now I act like I'm like on YouTube. Newbie here. What are the need to know for out of state or online bidding, if any? Okay, you mean foreclosures in Florida. Okay, I got you. What are the need to knows for out of state? So, okay, and we'll probably need to dive deeper into that question. But you can absolutely have like at the auction, right? So keep in mind, if you come at the courthouse, mine is in person, but somebody can bid for you on your behalf. If you're like, I see people all the time on the phone bidding for, they're probably bidding for like the hedge funds, right? They're always on the phone bidding for somebody else. I don't think there's any real requirements because so many people bid out of state. But online, you know what I'm saying? You still do your due diligence, right? If I was to bid on a property out of state, I would just pay somebody. Like I would say, give somebody some gas money and be like, go drive by this property. Like you've got to send me a picture of it. Make sure that property is still standing. Maybe call a real estate agent. You know what I'm saying? Just pay. I mean, people need money right now. Be like, hey, I'm going to cash up you some gas money and some coffee money. I need you to go drive by this property for me real quick, right? And like if it's an area that you don't know or you don't know how to calculate ARV, maybe pay a real estate agent. Be like, look, real estate agents going to need some money here in the next coming months. Say, hey, can you do a comparable market analysis for me and drive by this property for me? That's an industry to get in. You can do BPOs, broker price opinions for banks when the market starts downturning. You know, you can't say recession or crash these days, you know. That's like a trigger word. But I would say, hey, you know, start your team and say, go drive by that property for me. And so if you do decide to bid online, you've done your due diligence on that property. Somebody has laid eyes on that property for you. Yeah, that's what I would say. And make sure you know that states' right of redemption rules. Keep in mind, right of redemption, that means there's a time period where the homeowner can come back and claim that property, right? Tennessee trustee sales, we don't have right of redemption. But tax sales, right of redemption, for sure. And there are some states do have right of redemption. The seller can come back, pay their past due, any fees owed, and get that house back if you bought it at auction. So make sure if you're bidding out of state, you know that state's right of redemption laws. Okay? That's what I would say be on the lookout for. And don't forget, when you buy at the auction, like homeowners insurance, you can get title insurance. Homeowners insurance is getting ridiculous, right? They're dropping everybody, like in Florida and California, because of flooding. It's getting ridiculous. Just those things to think about. And if somebody lives in the house, you are responsible for evicting them. You are responsible for evicting them. So that might be a little challenging if you live out of state. So think about that. Do your due diligence. You can get a great deal at the auction, but do your due diligence. Okay? That is, I can't stress that enough. I love the auction. I think the auction is probably one of the best, if not the best places to buy properties if you do your due diligence, right? You can get great deals. That house in San Diego that went up this week, 1.1 million, and it got auctioned off for $350, sold for $350, and it was worth 1.1 million in San Diego. Now I don't know if the house is still standing. I don't know, but for $350, I was wondering why they didn't bid it up even more. That makes you think, like, was it a house there, or was it like a pile of dirt? But $350, and it was worth 1.1 million. Seems like a good deal. Yeah, crazy. I saw LA like evicted, 40,000 people, 50,000 landlords filed eviction in California. In LA, I talked about that on a YouTube video the other day. Yeah, crazy. A lot of, like, it was backed up here. And I talked to the investors. I'm at the auction. So I remember when they were complaining during the moratorium where renters weren't having to pay. You know what I mean? And when the moratorium was lifted, they said the eviction court was backed up. Like, they could not even get a date in court to file eviction and get these tenants out who had not been paying. So I saw that in California. Like, it's yeah. But y'all know, you guys know, I pulled up this article. I should, if I can attach this in the YouTube video, in this August 2023. I look on HUD's website every single month. August 2023. We're going to see what happens in September. Let me read this to you guys. Housing insecurity. They post it every month. The news never reports on this. The news makes it sound like the housing market's so strong. You know, mortgage applications are up. Everybody and their mama know mortgage applications are not up, right? Anyway, okay, this is August 2023. This is last month, okay? Housing insecurity remains elevated, right? HUD analysis shows that approximately 12% or 5.52 million renter households were behind on rental payments, okay? This is last month. An estimated 4.1% or 1.87 million renter households feared eviction was imminent in the next 2 months. Y'all know I don't believe these numbers. Y'all know I don't. You know, nothing in me believes that number. I would also encourage everyone to become familiar with various finance options. Yes, or cash out. This way they can keep buying more homes for cash. Tell them, Daniel. Daniel, come out with an ebook. Come out with an e-guide, Daniel. Look, Daniel's going to do, because people are always asking me funding, because I get it. Everybody can't go to the auction. Everybody does not have liquid cash, right, to go to the auction. That's what you need when you come see me. You need cash, certified funds. But there are other options. There's other opportunities. There's other funding that you can use to be able to capitalize on these opportunities, right? You just have to know what they are. You know what I mean? Daniel said he's coming out with the book in 60 days. An e-guide to financing. There it is. I just spoke that into Daniel's life. So, because I think that's what y'all need, because everybody doesn't have cash. Y'all need to know the options, ways that you can buy properties without cash, funding, all that kind of stuff. Daniel said he's on it. He's working on it tonight. There we go. Stacy, look at this is what I'm talking about. It's like meant to be. This is meant to be. Yes, we helping folks get the work. There it is. And then call Jay if you need some motivation. Like, y'all, I'm telling y'all, if y'all have a business and you're struggling with motivation, you're struggling with content, you're struggling with everything, hit her up. She got you. Like, $1 million coach right there. I made her audit my course, you guys. She looked at the Auction Accelerator. I was like, look at this and tell me what I need to do. And she, boop, there it is. My testimony. Okay, you guys, you heard that real estate, the renters thing, right? Here's the mortgage one. Okay. Approximately, this is last month, approximately 5.2% or 4.3 million homeowner households were behind on their mortgage payments in August, up slightly from 5.2% year over year. So it's going up. An estimated 808,000 homeowners feared foreclosure was imminent in the next 2 months, which don't make sense to me, because if 4 million people are behind on their mortgage, 4 million people need to fear foreclosure, right? And the numbers have not changed in the last 2 years. The numbers have been the same the last 2 years. There are at least, I am willing to bet, 8 to 10 million people who have not paid their mortgage in 2 years. I said it. I totally believe that. I strongly believe it's at least 8 million people who have not paid their mortgage in 2 years. I've watched the numbers. I think these numbers are way off. Way, way, way off. Like I said, in 2020, the White House came out and said over 10 million people were behind on their mortgage in 2020. We got hit with the moratorium for 2 years, and everybody who calls me and sends me their mortgage statement has not paid in 2 years, right? Y'all, that's why I'm like, when y'all are like, it's no foreclosures, there's no gonna, y'all, people are just like sitting ducks right now, just waiting to see what's gonna happen. Certain states have tax deeds and others do tax liens. Many move to online companies to foreclose properties. County finance departments post on websites if they use companies or handle themselves. That's true. Y'all always check the website, county website for taxes, especially. Like, check your tax assessor's office. They post their tax sales. That gives you time to kind of look and see. And you're buying tax deed, you're bidding on the house. Tax liens, you're bidding on certificates. The amount of taxes that are past due, they put it, you buy a certificate for it, okay? It'll be this is an example, for the sake of example. If the tax lien, say it's $10,000 past due, you buy a certificate, you pay the taxes, so now the county doesn't have to go after the people. You paid their taxes off, you get a certificate because you paid their taxes, yay. So if the homeowner decides to come back, they got to come to you and pay you because you're the ones who paid their taxes, and then with some interest, and then they free to go, they got their house. If they don't come back after a certain period of time, then you get the property, right? That's how that works. That's the difference between tax lien, tax deed. Tax deed, you're bidding directly on the property. Tax lien, you're bidding for like a certificate, right? That's the difference in those two things. Do you have a Facebook group for this topic or your courses? Of course I don't have a Facebook group. You guys, you take me too fast. How much cash do I need to start buying foreclosures? That's a good question. I don't know if there's a correct answer to that. You know what I mean? I would say research where you live. Research where you want to buy properties, okay? Like auction.com, zone.com. And maybe start seeing how much these properties are going for. Like, see these opening bids. See that, like, start looking. Like, you know, this is like the pregame, the appetizer. If you're thinking about buying auction properties, start looking at the auction websites. And then you'll start seeing like, okay. And I mean, people have asked before, is there like a average opening bid. It's not an average opening bid, you guys. The opening bid is whatever's left on that loan, right? Whatever the loan balance is. So there's never like an average opening bid, okay? So look, see the property. Like if you see a property that you like, or if there's a neighborhood that you like, I would start there. I would go to an auction. I don't care if you got $20 in your bank account because you just paid your student loans and you just got some gas and they sent the rest of your money to Ukraine, right? If you got it doesn't even matter, right? Go to the auction. They are open to the public. They are free to the public. Just go. Go and see how much they're bid up. You don't have to pay to go, right? Auction.com, auctions here, in a conference room, in a hotel. Y'all, I'm on the courthouse steps. Just walk up. Just walk up, right? They don't know if you got $1 million in your pocket or if you got a quarter in your pocket. Don't nobody know, right? Just don't bid. Just don't bid. Don't bid. Just observe, right? So, where am I? I'm in Memphis. Y'all, did I not do like an introduction when I got on here? I don't think I did. I just started talking. Okay. So, go to the auction. It's free. Go see what you're... So, here in Memphis at the courthouse, and I'm going to do an introduction. I'm kind of late. We're like an hour in. I'm Ashley. I'm Ashley. I'm here in Memphis. I've been in real estate since 2006. Since 2006. I've been a real estate agent or real estate broker over a firm, and I auction off foreclosures at the bank. At the courthouse. I auction off foreclosures. Everybody say, hi, Ashley. I'm in Memphis, Tennessee. I auction in Memphis, Mississippi, Nashville, the surrounding South areas, right? That's what I do. I am so sorry, y'all. I didn't introduce myself. So rude. But I'm in Memphis, you guys. I'm in Memphis. Have you had anyone that won a bid and then couldn't close? Look at you trying to make this be a traditional home buying experience. And it's not, Aiden. Aiden, it's not. Remember what I told you at the courthouse. As soon as the bid is over, as soon as the auction is over, I need your coins right then, right? So, or do you mean like they didn't have the money? Maybe that's what you mean. So here, again, this lets you know, you guys, this lets you know how tight-knit it is here at the courthouse. I have had guys, because it's the same guys that's all been out there 3, 4, 5 years. Had a guy wanted to bid on a property. He was a little short on his money. He asked the other investor, he was like, I need some money. And the other investor gave him one of his cashier's checks, right? And they know each other. Like, they're there all the time. They know each other, right? So he's probably like, just follow me to the bank. I'm going to give you your money back. You know? So I've had that happen. But no, other than that, no, they had the money. Now, if you are new to the auction, and again, I know all the bidders up there. It's never anybody new. It's never anybody new. But if you are new to an auction, it's your first time, they might verify the funds, right? And I've had people, like if an attorney is there when I'm auctioning, right? I auctioned off 2 apartment buildings last month, right? And the opening bids were like $3 million, right? $2 million, $3 million. And they were like, before they start bidding, verify that they got money. If anybody bids, verify they have the funds before they start bidding, right? They trying to make, don't start bidding this up and you don't even got the money, right? And people will do that. Bid up a property, right? Just for the sake of bidding it up. So, if you are new to the auction, don't feel like somebody's being like, you know, if they say, can you verify your money, right? They're just making sure that you can bid, right? And they don't have these people who don't have any money bidding up these properties, right? So don't feel offended if an auctioneer asks you to verify your money, okay? Hello, a person, you should have a course called, yeah, Auction Accelerator, because where to get started, where to find lists. So I have a course, Auction Accelerator. I have 200 videos on YouTube. 200 videos on YouTube. If you are beginner, look at the videos, right? Go look at the videos. I have an ebook Then when you get serious, you know, you get out of drive and you kind of shift, you be like, okay, I'm ready to go. Get the auction accelerator. Get the auction accelerator. All the links are below. The price is going up tomorrow. Tomorrow's October 1st, you guys. Fourth quarter, October 1st. Don't overspend. Don't overspend. Oh, we're already, it's 9 o'clock. Y'all, it's 9 o'clock. Hold on, where are we? Get the course before midnight, the price goes up. Yes, it goes up. Do you know any auctioneers in LA? I could probably find out. I bet you I could find out some for you. If you go to an auction, be nice to the auctioneer, right? Be nice. I always think that just because I'm nice. I assume, I know the other auctioneer, Matt, he's nice. Right? Like, I know the guys there. And I think maybe it's because I'm like the only woman auctioneer there. And I'm just friendly. So the guys are like, they text me on Fridays and like, Ashley, what you got this week? What's the opening bid? Like, I don't mind that. Now, I don't know if all auctioneers do that. Or if I'm just nice. I don't know. But look, I can get you some information on that though. Look at y'all. Now here y'all go. Don't start. Do you know any auctioneers in Florida? You know any in LA? I know how you can find some. Y'all go to the auction and make friends. Go to the auction and talk to the people. Go to the auction and give them your card and be like, hey, is it okay if I text you? Do you have a card? Do you have a website where you post these auctions? Y'all go make some friends. But I'm just kidding. I'll find some information for you guys. I'll find out some information. I am the plug, right? You're right. Yeah, take them to Starbucks. After you make, then you'll be, don't be creepy. But you know, once you make that establishment, that connection, go. Y'all go to the auction. I challenge everybody on here. I don't care if you got 50 cents in your pocket. Go to the auction. It is free. You're like, Ashley, I don't know where the auction is. Go on auction.com. Go on auction.com. Put wherever you live in the search and see when the next auction is and pull up. Pull up, walk in there like you got $1 million in your bank account. Pull up, go to the auction and sit there and just see how many people are there, how it gets bid up. Like, go and experience it. And I bet you they get you really hyped too. I bet you they'll get you hyped too. Go do that. You don't have to bid, just go and see, right? It's open to the public. Just go. How do you identify the auctioneer? Like, when I'm at the courthouse, I'm standing there. You just got, like, Shelby County. When you go to auction.com, it'll tell you where the auctions are, right? It'll tell you if it's at the Comfort Inn, which is the conference room. It'll tell you if it's at the courthouse. Here it's 140 Adams. Go early. Go early. And look and scope the scene, right? I usually stand right on the steps. Y'all, I'm right on the steps at the courthouse. I have a clipboard. You're going to see people huddled around. And go over there. You know what I mean? And I mean, just be confident. Be like, yo, I'm here for the auction. Like, that's what I heard. It's an auction today. I'm here. It is what it is. Everybody had their first day of school. Everybody had their first day at the auction. Just go. Right? And then when the auction is over, stand to the side. Maybe you could, because let the auctioneer take the money, do what they got to do. And then go up and introduce yourself. Hey, what days are you usually here? Do you have a card? You know, all they can say is no. Get out of my face. I'm just kidding. They're not gonna say that. They'll probably say, yeah, I got a card here. This is, you know what I'm saying? You can say, here's my card. Just open the door. Just do it. Isn't that the theme for tonight? Just do it. Because the foreclosures are coming. That's all I'm saying. And you don't want to be the one like trying to get ready when it's already here. You know what I'm saying? It's already raining and you looking for your umbrella and your raincoat. Right? You need to already be ready. You know what I mean, you guys? A lot of people missed the 2006, 2008. Boom. I think this is going to be the one for our generation, right? There's going to be opportunities. And if you're in position, that's my game plan, baby. I'm moving to Florida. I got a couple years. My kid's only in the 5th grade, so I got a couple years. But I'm trying to find my vacation house in foreclosure. That's my plan. Just found one in my city, and it's $1 starting bid. Where you at in Miami? Miami be having them $100 starting bids. Miami does. Miami does. Where would you get? Daniel. A person is asking about you. Daniel's on here. He's about to come out with an ebook about financing. Daniel. Winter is coming. I see you, Michael Burry. I see you. Winter is coming. Y'all know I love Michael Burry. Big Short. 99 Homes. Don't forget to check out the movie 99 Homes. Don't watch it in front of your kids because they curse a whole lot. 99 Homes. It's a movie about a bogus real estate agent that was very scandalous during 2008. It's really sad. It's really heart-jerking. It's really 99 Homes. It's on Amazon Prime. Go watch that. It's near me, bank-owned and online. Where would you get financing? Just found one in my city. Y'all go to the auction. Go. Now, I got to wrap this live up. We've been on here too long. And I can keep talking. This is not a telethon. This is not a marathon. It's not a telethon. I'm going to go all night, right? I'm going to come back tomorrow. October 1st. I'm coming back tomorrow. 4th quarter. Get the auction accelerator. The link is below. I don't know if there's any more mentoring spots left open. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know about the mentor, but if you want the mentorship, I don't know if any spots are open, but if it is, 99 Homes, you saw it, Aiden? Yeah. They curse a lot, but it's a good movie. They just curse a lot. The mentorship link is down below. It'll be for 30 days, twice a week. We'll figure out the week schedule. And I'm just going to make you be me. I'm going to make some little clones of me in whatever city you live in. And it's got to be small because I'm going to research your city, wherever it's Stacy, Kevin. I got to see where y'all live. You know? Because I got to make you some little baby beasts. Right? What else y'all want to know? I'll be on here tomorrow night. Watch the movie. Don't watch it in front of your kids. Unless you just curse in front of your kids. But they curse a lot in that movie. And you'll see people getting set out. Like it's... Yeah. If you make a Facebook group, let me look at you in this Facebook group. You was trying to make me do some more stuff. You guys, look, I showed you my schedule from 2020. This is one attorney. One attorney. In 2020, it's 27. I had 20 on July 10th. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 auctions on one day. This is one attorney for the months of July. Okay? I work for 5 attorneys. This was 2020, you guys. They've already asked me. They're like, clear your schedule. I'm like, let's do it. Let's do it. So, October, we're going to have the mentorship. It might be one in November. We will see. We will see. Nothing in December because that's my birthday month. My birthday month. And then 2024, we're just going to see if the sky falls out. Sky falls. Okay? And we will go from there. If the mentorship link is closed, shoot me an email maybe, and we'll see. No promises. No promises, you guys. No promises. I still have not done my letters. In Nashville's, I'm getting off this live, you guys. I'm getting off this live. Let me go pull Nashville's real quick. Let's see how many notices were filed in Nashville yesterday. Nashville files their notices on Friday. TN, if you want Nashville foreclosures, TN, as in Tennessee, TN Ledger, LEDGER.com. TNledger.com. Go to public notices. Yes, when the 15th, let me look real quick. Nashville gonna be off the chain too. Georgia, all of Georgia and Nashville. Friday was the 70 public notices. Nashville sends out their notices on Friday. 70. That was just Friday. I've been on here before and it's like 100. Like 120 on Fridays. Nashville got some good deals though. Nashville. Okay, anyway, you guys. All right, you guys, I'm wrapping it up. TennesseeLedger.com, TNLedger.com if y'all want Nashville. All right, you guys. Armando, you're going to have to come back tomorrow. Armando, I got you. To reduce costs, you can get the list of, and at the county courthouse, correct? You can. Absolutely. You can look online. You can look online. Mississippi here, they still stuck back in 1925. They still post theirs like on the bulletin board. That's another way that I know some of these foreclosure numbers are off, because they pull from counties that are electronic. And I know a lot of these southern states are still printing paper, and they don't put things online. Like when I file the notices for attorneys, like I file the public notices, right? In Mississippi, I have to go hand deliver them. Like I have to go pay the lady, and then she makes a copy, and then she puts it up on the bulletin board like it's the Andy Griffith show, baby. She put it up on the bulletin board, right? And then people come in there and they look on the bulletin board and they see what's going up for auction. That's how I know these numbers are off, right? Because if you can only pull from people who are online, that's not everybody. But anyway, you guys, I'll be back tomorrow. Bring your questions. I just be winging it. I be out here winging. I guess that's how we just doing life. Just winging it on this thing. But I'm on Instagram, Your Agent Ashley. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, Auction Accelerator. Get that. Mentorship. You might can get that. And that's it. That's all I got for you guys. I'll be back tomorrow, 8 o'clock, same time. Have a good night. October 1st. Y'all better write in your journal or write some little affirmations or manifestations or write your goals. 4th quarter, baby. 4th quarter. Okay, you guys. You want some wings. Dollar Store and Bid. I don't live there. No, there. Oh, okay. I got you. Tomorrow. This is like the most difficult part right here. Like getting off of this. Like I said last night, it's like when you're like a kid and y'all are on the phone. You're like, no, you hang up first. No, you hang up. So, that's all I have, you guys. I'll be back tomorrow. Follow me on Instagram, Your Agent Ashley. Daniel, make the book. Daniel's going to make the book for everybody for the funding. And there it is. That's all I got for you guys. That's all I got. If you need me, email me, youragentashley@gmail.com. Whoop, there it is. That's all I got. That's all. Can you believe it? I don't have anything else to talk about. Just do it. That's the theme for tonight. And going into 2024. Just do it. Because Ukraine got your money. So, y'all better just do it and budget your money. So, okay, you guys. I'm hanging up. On 3. Everybody hang up on 3. All right? 1, 2, 3. Okay, bye.